welcome to the Earth Angel Tarot. I'm the Earth Angel, and I'm bringing you another pick a card reading. Today's pick a card reading is about what people admire about you. So this could be people you know, this could be just people who maybe see you or kind of follow you in your journey. But what do the people about you admire? What qualities do they think you have that are very admirable? So for our first pile here, we have the rose quartz. Second pile here, we have the angel quartz. And third pile, we have black tourmaline. So just go ahead and take a second. I've already cleansed and prayed over your cards. See which pile resonates with you the most. You can also pick multiple piles if you'd like. And then we'll go ahead and get started. All right, hi pile one. So if you chose the rose quartz, and this is your reading. So right off the bat, I just want to say that there's a lot of really actually interesting energy here. As you can see, 10 of 10s on the board, tons of kings on the board. So right off the bat, I can tell pile one that you are somebody who has mastered a lot of areas of your life, a lot of things in your life, and people admire that about you. So let's go ahead and delve in and kind of get the details on it. So we're starting off with the 10 of swords in reverse, great. 10 of cups, king of swords, the tower, the 10 of wands, and the king of wands. And then for your Kipper card, I got occupation 34. So as I said, a lot of 10s on the board. So people admire the fact that you have achieved a lot in the journeys that you've set on in your life. They know that you might be somebody who maybe has been through some betrayal, some hardships, but that you were able to take that energy and turn it into 10 of cups energy. I think the people around you also think too that this 10 of cups energy is something that is just going to be ever present in your life. Even when you do experience hardships or difficulties, this 10 of cups energy is not far behind. With this tower and the 10 of wands, I think people admire just how you've been able to maintain this beautiful energy, even maybe through tower moments, through a lot of difficulties or burdens, and that you were able to take this difficult energy and transform it into this really beautiful, positive, kind of fiery, go-getter energy. So we have the king of swords and the king of wands, and I'm very much feeling that this is both your energy. Keep in mind that both men and women can embody masculine or feminine energy. And I think especially here too with this 10 of swords in reverse, the tower and the 10 of wands, I think that people admire the fact that whether you're a man or a woman, whether you are a feminine or a masculine energy, that you've leveled up so much. And that it's really kind of put you on your A game. I think a lot of people around you think that you really have it all together, despite everything that may have been thrown at you. With this occupation card, I could see you being very admired at work, or that there might be a lot of people who do want to work with you. You may have even been somebody who maybe dealt with a difficult job or difficult circumstances around work or money or finances, and that you bossed up. This is so beautiful, so we're going to want to go ahead and clarify. I can definitely see here that there's been some difficulty in your life, pile one, and that people know that. And that hopefully some people in your life, extended help and extended support during that time. And that if there was anybody who did, lend a helping hand during that time, that they could also be a part of this 10 of cups energy. I also see that people admire your honesty, that people admire your fiery energy. I think you're somebody who has a lot of passion for life. I think you're someone that's very attractive, that's very loved and loving. I think people admire too that, you've learned the lessons from your journey. And that any time that there is a 10 of wands or a 10 of swords or a tower situation, that you got it handled. But with this 10 of wands and 10 of cups, I hope you remember too that it seems like the people around you who admire you want to extend help and want to extend a helping hand. Now, if somebody just doesn't meet you halfway, then of course, you can say, well. But if they are somebody who extends that help and support, just know that it's there. People also know too that you're not to be messed with, that you will cut someone out of your life if they're more of a Ten of Wands and a Ten of Cups type of energy. And that you're letting all these burdens go, all this hurt go. So let's go ahead and clarify here. Can I have a card for the Ten of Swords in reverse, please? Ten of Swords, beautiful, my goodness. The Chariot, the Strength, and the Seven of Cups. Yeah, so I think before you may have dealt with some illusion energy in the past. I think there maybe have been some just illusions, maybe some falsehoods, maybe some mysteries kind of placed around you. What kind of situation that might have been, whether it was like a romantic situation, work situation, family situation, love situation. But that you've pushed past this. I almost get the sense too, especially, you know, there's so many tens on the board, especially these difficult cards of the Ten of Swords and the Ten of Wands. I'm very glad that this Ten of Swords is in reverse. I feel called to also flip this Ten of Wands in reverse too. For anyone who may be new to my channel, I do typically flip cards sometimes just after reading them, more as a manifestational tool over anything else. I don't want you to be holding all these burdens. I want you to be able to let them go. And I think that's what you've done, and that's what you're working on. You're somebody who always moves forward. Like I said, a go-getter here with this King of Wands and the King of Swords too. They're both go-getters. And with this Strength too, a lot of fire energy. You might be a fire sign. You might have dealt with a fire sign or a air sign. So I am feeling that this King of Swords and King of Wands is your energy, but I'm also feeling that these might be people who admire you as well too. If you know any masculine energies who may be fire signs or air signs, I see both on the board here. But I see that there might have just been a lot of illusions. Maybe you dealt with a connection where there are a lot of options. Maybe you dealt with a job where things were unclear, or kind of your trajectory in your job was unclear. But that you've moved past it. Let's go ahead and clarify this Tower. People really respect you. People don't want to get on your bad side, but not just because of, you know, maybe the consequences that might come from that, but just because they admire you so much. They realize it's better to be on your team than not be on your team. Can I have a card for the Tower, please? Yeah. So you're highly intuitive. People know that you're highly intuitive. People know that you can cut through the BS. And maybe this was difficult for you in the past. Maybe sometimes there were illusions that maybe seemed better than the truth, but you prefer the truth now. And I also get this sense with the High Priestess, there's a gracefulness to the High Priestess. There's this sort of infallibility to the High Priestess. So I almost get the sense that maybe when this Tower fell, you know, you fell out gracefully. And you leveled up into these strong energies. Let's go ahead and get a card for the Ten of Wands. This was upright. I flipped it in reverse just because I would like for it to be reversed for you. But let's go ahead and clarify. Let's just take this top one here. Yeah. People admire the way... Yeah, exactly. People admire the way that you handled difficult situations. I think people also admire too the fact that you took this Nine of Swords energy. The Nine of Swords is about sleepless nights, about anxiety, restlessness. And the Nine of Swords leads to this Ten of Swords. So people have seen your progress. People have seen how you've moved forward with strength, with grace, with beauty. Yeah, people do think you're very beautiful, very attractive. They admire your looks, of course, but I think that they also know, you know, as we say, the brighter the light, you know, it attracts all kinds of negative energies, and I think people know that you've dealt with that. But that this Nine of Swords energy, you're done with it. You've tossed it aside. You took one more sword, and then you dumped them all. And you just kept one for yourself to kind of beat anyone back that needs to be beaten back. But I think it's just because you have good boundaries, because you've been through things that have taught you lessons. I get the feeling too that you're a very high level kind of soul energy. I think you are an old soul. I think you've been here before. And I do get the sense too that people know that you have a lot of potential. I mean, you already have excelled and succeeded so much. But I think people really see that the sky is the limit for you, and really as far as you want to go, you can go. I'm drawn here too to these butterflies here on the King of Swords throne. So people have seen your transformation. You know, we have these lions here too, that you've kind of become this beautiful, ferocious kind of energy. But that there is a calmness to you, that there is a warmth to you, and people do want to get closer to you. I think people just know that they need to come correct. So this is really beautiful energy, pile one. I would say continue to really nurture those healthy boundaries. And just know that at the very least, the people around you admire you, respect you. And I think they know now, if they didn't know before, how exactly you expect it to be treated. I also see too that if you continue to work hard in your job or whatever your occupation is, that you'll succeed and receive a lot of success. Just make sure too, because sometimes we can get caught up, especially if we've been through really difficult times. I mean, we have the 10 of Swords, 9 of Swords, 10 of Wands, and the Tower. So if we've been through difficult times or difficult issues, to remember to be kind to yourself. And just because there is kind of this strong masculine energy too, which typically can come out when we're recovering from difficult situations or just having to really put up strong boundaries, to take time for yourself. And if you want to nurture yourself and nurture kind of the softer energies in your life, that I think that would be really good for you. You know, and don't get so caught up in just like moving forward that you don't take time for yourself. Because all of this go-getter energy, all of this yang energy is really potent, and it'll get you wherever you want to go. But don't forget to recover from this, because this is difficult energy, and I want to make sure that you're healthy. And the people around you want to make sure that you're healthy. And just because they see you as a strong energy, they don't want you to have to only be strong. They want you to have this 10 of Cups energy. They want you to let these burdens go. So there are definitely a lot of people around you that admire you, pile one. Take your time, keep your boundaries good and healthy, but also make sure to take time to take care of yourself and rest, because you absolutely deserve it. All right, so that's what I have for you, pile one. Beautiful energy. Feel free to check out the other piles. If not, I'll just talk to you later. Have a blessed day. Bye. Hi, pile two. So if you chose this beautiful angel quartz, then this is your reading here. So just to start, I mean, as you can see, beautiful, beautiful energy. You're an extremely admired person. All positive cards, a lot of major arcana. 1, 2, 3, 4. Unbelievable. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. This is absolutely stunning, pile two. Really beautiful energy. We have the Empress, the World, the Queen of Pentacles, the Temperance, the 9 of Pentacles, the High Priestess, and your Kipper card is number 17, a gift. So right off the bat, the people around you see you as a gift, possibly from the universe, or just a gift of a person in general. You are someone who's so beautiful. People really admire your looks, and not even just really in a superficial way, but you seem like somebody who's very kind and loving too. Someone very stable, very financially abundant. You also might be good with animals, which people admire about you. People can tell that you have this divine energy. Definitely divine energy, my goodness. So pile two, you really are just an embodiment of that divine, feminine, empress, angelic energy. People see you as somebody who's very kind, very wise, very forgiving. but not necessarily in a way that hurts your boundaries or maybe encourages disrespect at all. I think people just know that you are so abundant and confident in yourself that if somebody does hurt you, you know, you're perfectly fine and you can just walk away from that person. And that people value you so much that they don't want to hurt you anyways. You're somebody who's very intuitive. You know things about the universe. You know things about the laws of karma. And people know that the universe favors you, that the divine favors you. You might be somebody who's very spiritual, somebody who's very connected to the divine and your own beliefs. But people know that it works for you. You may even be somebody who, if the people around you didn't really believe in a higher power because of you, they do now. I see all these animals here on the board, so I keep being drawn to that, and there's like a lot of nature. These cards are so beautiful too. All of the decks that I use are also going to be linked in the description below, so feel free to check them out if you like them. Also, if you're the type of person where the people around you maybe like to get you gifts or pay for things for you, they really enjoy doing that for you because you are the type of person who brings value to their life. And if they haven't given you something, they want to, the people around you. I mean, this is just incredibly beautiful energy. There's just like no negativity on the board. It's really great. You know, and negativity is a part of life. You know, we all go through karmic cycles, and I'm sure, you know, we've all dealt with difficulties in the past. So I'm sure you have too, pile two, but I think the people around you who admire you just think that you're past all that now. You know, and you might just be the type of person who doesn't divulge or doesn't share their hardships. But you make it look easy. If you do have hardships, people can't tell. So let's go ahead and clarify. This is beautiful energy already. Really good money on the board. Beautiful divine assistance. So the universe is with you and people know it. Karma is with you and people know it. And they're happy for you. I think if you are someone who's dealt with things in the past, I think people are really happy to see you in this beautiful Empress, calm, peaceful, knowing state. So let's go ahead and clarify this Temperance. I think that might be the only... Yeah. So there you go. So we have the Queen of Cups and the Eight of Swords. So you're someone who's very loving. You're somebody who has beautiful energy that I think really adds to a lot of people's lives, and maybe in the past that may have limited you. There may have been times where you extended your heart or you extended your love and it didn't go 100% the way that you wanted it to, but that the universe is in your corner and that they've evened the scales for you. And people admire how you've broken out of this energy. And even though this Eight of Swords is technically a negative energy, you know, it's nothing, it's all in your head. And if you see, even though, yeah, the Eight of Swords here, she's trapped, but I mean, look how beautiful she is still. It's like all you had to do was pull off that blindfold and you were back in this Empress energy here. Let's clarify a gift. A gift, please. Judgment. So if there are people from your past, I definitely get the feeling that there are people who maybe you don't talk to anymore, you're not connecting with anymore from your past that deeply admire you. And if they didn't appreciate you then, they certainly do now. And they desire reconciliation. Now that's up to you, because with this beautiful, beautiful energy, you would contribute to anyone's life. So you fully decide who gets to be in your life. And you know that you'll contribute to the life of whoever you're connecting with. And so you get to decide if they deserve it or not. And they know that. They know that you're the gift, you're the prize. I think they always knew. But you have to remember too that people treat others the way that they were treated. People will sometimes offload their pain onto others just because they don't want to bear it anymore. So whatever you may have gone through, you can kind of decide for yourself. And you have that knowing and that wisdom and that discernment to know if somebody is an addition to your life, or, you know, if it'll become an unhealthy relationship. But people love having you in their life. People love looking at you. They really admire your style as well too. I'm really drawn to all the beautiful outfits on this spread. Also, they see you as someone very intelligent, someone very wise, someone very connected to the earth, someone very in tap with your emotions, someone who's mastered your emotions. So beautiful. So do I want to clarify anything else? Pile 2, this is actually a very, very straightforward pile. Very positive. Just gorgeous. I mean, you're that bee. Like, you are that person. And I would just say to continue to tap into this energy. Really continue to nurture yourself. You have everything you need. You have the looks. You have the stability. If you're not there yet, you're getting there fast. You have the divine on your side. You have good karma. You have a lot of good karma. So just continue to nurture that. Continue to do good. Maybe continue to forgive anybody who maybe did put you in this 8 of Swords energy. And just know that if you do desire reconciliation with anyone, I'm sure pretty much everybody would be open to that. And you are just deeply admired, you know, both for your physical beauty and your intelligence and your knowingness. And I almost feel, especially with this High Priestess just kind of staring through me right now, I think people know that you can kind of see through them, that you see through maybe illusions or secrets. But people just love you so much they don't even mind. It's like, it's okay if Pile 2 maybe can read me because, you know, she'll know how much I really like her. It's that kind of situation. It's that kind of energy that I'm feeling. Let's get one more card to crown the reading. Just see if there's anything else that Spirit wants to say. 9 of Cups. Yeah, people see you as a wish come true. Ooh, it flew out. Let's see. Yeah, 6 of Pentacles. So they see you as somebody maybe who had to deal with this energy in the past. But actually, I'm more strongly feeling that there may be people who you don't connect with now, or people who are just kind of in your general orbit that you're not very close to. I get this strong feeling that there's almost this desperation for, you know, being a part of your life, for being in your energy. As if to say, please, just a little bit, a little bit from you, Pile 2. And then here you are, sort of balancing the scales, like, how much of myself do you deserve? And I think that's a very important question for you to ask, because I think with this beautiful Empress energy, there's going to be a lot of people who are attracted to you, a lot of people who want to get closer to you. But please remember, you know, that because you contribute so much, that you want to make sure the people in your life are contributing too. And that admiration also has to be paired with, you know, positive action and good contributions to your life, especially because you are this gift. So continue to embrace this beautiful, beautiful energy that you have, this beautiful, independent, abundant, I get this luxurious energy too with you. And so maybe if you're not feeling this energy right now, this is definitely coming in the future. The universe wants to bless you with this. And if you already are feeling this energy, the universe wants to give you even more. And I feel like the people around you want to give to you too, because you contribute so much to their life. So that's what I have for you, Pile 2. Absolutely beautiful energy. This is why people admire you. And it seems like you are very, very admired. So I hope this resonated for you. If it didn't, feel free to check out the other piles or check out one of my other videos. And I will see you guys later. Thank you and God bless. All right, hi Pile 3. So if you chose the black tourmaline, then this is your reading. So Pile 3 has a lot of similarities to Pile 2, so if you haven't seen that one yet, you can go ahead and maybe check it out and see if it resonates too, because I am seeing some similar cards here. And I do have to say, out of all the 3 piles, this is probably the most complex energy. But I see some really good, powerful stuff going on here, so let's go ahead and get started. So we have the 6 of Pentacles, the King of Wands, the Chariot, the 7 of Cups, the Queen of Wands, and the 10 of Swords in reverse. And for your Kipper, I got a rich girl. So I actually went ahead and clarified a rich girl really quick for you before I started the reading, just to make sure that I was fully clear on the message. So good news for you. If you're not feeling very financially abundant right now, you will be. It's coming in the future, so look forward to that. And I'm feeling like a lot of this is kind of past and present kind of transition energy. So you may be somebody who is in transition at the moment and people know that. People admire your passion. People admire the fact that you know where you're going. That you may have dealt with illusions in the past, but you're letting go of that. With the Ten of Swords here, it's never great to see the Ten of Swords, but there is always a silver lining to it because it does mean the ending of a painful cycle. And with it here in reverse, it's even better. So that means that you're letting go and you're healing, and that this Ten of Swords energy is done. I found it interesting that the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands are here on the board. I think people admire, number one, people think you are very, very attractive. And there may also be a lot of people fantasizing about you at this time, particularly in a romantic or even like a lusty sense. But people really admire that you've managed to balance your masculine and feminine energies. And that is only to say that you've balanced kind of the emotional, loving, soft side of yourself, but that you've also mastered some of the more yang energy elements. So being a go-getter, taking care of your responsibilities, having set firm boundaries, and knowing what is and isn't for you. People admire how fair you are, how honest you are. You may be somebody who's a bit more blunt or a bit more straightforward with the way that you speak, but people actually really like that about you. And they like the fact that you can cut through BS, that you don't put up with BS, and that you haven't been limited by the difficult things that have happened to you. And yeah, I just get the sense too that you're somebody who a lot of people maybe want access to, whether it is because of your looks, your abundance, your go-getter energy. You also have a lot of options and people admire that about you. That you're very desired. So let's go ahead and clarify. Let's clarify the Seven of Cups, please. Right away. The Fool. You have a lot of options. You have a lot of good karma here. I see the Sun, the Knight of Swords, and the Wheel of Fortune. Queen of Pentacles on the top, and the High Priestess on the bottom, yeah. So you have a lot of options. You have a lot of different avenues that you could take in life, and people know that. You also have this sort of light energy, this movement energy. You're an adventurous person. You're someone where wherever you go, things will work in your favor. Let's continue to clarify. Can I have one more for the Seven of Cups right away? Oh, beautiful. So we have the Two of Cups, the Judgment, and the Seven of Swords here for the Seven of Cups. So you may be someone who's dealt with some illusions in the past, maybe some non-committal energies, some unfaithful energies. And you're kind of just like over it at this point with the Ten of Swords, but there's this lightness, there's this sense of, I'll get better, like I'll just find better. Or better will find me. And people know that. People know that's coming for you. People also know that people really love you with that Two of Cups as well. Yeah, the Two of Cups and the Judgment. People also know that maybe if there's people from your past that you had relations with or that you were connecting with, that they all still want to be in your life, that they all still want to be close to you. People admire that about you. The fact that, you know, after the fact, people always say, oh, pile 3 is somebody that I want in my life. Pile 3 is somebody who I wish I could reconnect with. But with this King of Wands and this Queen of Wands energy, there may be some people who feel like they're not on your level, but they admire how high you've climbed. And you have climbed high. Let's clarify this Ten of Swords in reverse. You also may be somebody who attracts a lot of divine partners, a lot of divine connections with the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands here. Or that the people in your life who you're attracted to are so inspired by you that they always want to reach to your level. Which is great because you want people to be on the same frequency as you. So we do have the Devil here on the top. and the Eight of Swords here on the bottom. So there may be some people whose admiration for you is bordering on obsession, possibly. Some people could admire that about you, which does seem sort of strange, but if you think about it, you know, there are people, especially people who are used to codependent situations or unhealthy situations, and they see maybe obsession as love. And here with all this fire on the board too, they may admire the fact that you inspire obsessive feelings in others, which, you know, for anybody who's experienced that, it's not the best thing in the world. But for other people, I think they do see the value in that, and that they do see that you're just so addicting to people. They admire that about you. Now, you can take that as you will, but very interesting. Let's clarify the Ten of Swords one more time in reverse. And you are also somebody who is healed from any difficult double energies in your past, that you've let all those swords go. The Sun, yeah, beautiful. They know that you have bright days ahead, that you're a happy person in yourself, that you'll always be a happy person, and that happiness is yours. They also know that you're somebody who is very illuminated, that you've kind of cut through the Seven of Cups, Ten of Swords energy, and that you know the truth about things, that you can see the truth about things. So let's go ahead and get one more card to crown the reading. This is very beautiful energy. I see a lot of balance. I see a lot of growth. I would just say keep those healthy boundaries, you know, really strong. And be gentle with yourself. Yeah. I think there may be a lot of people in your life, especially with this Six of Pentacles that I'm also drawn to. I think there may be a lot of people in your life who feel sort of trapped in their relation with you, whether it is like more of that double energy, or people who are just like kind of obsessively thinking about you or fantasizing about you, people who may have hurt you. But there's this feeling of your energy being sort of addicting and trapping. And so if they are people who hurt you, they feel stuck. You know, we got that Judgment earlier, so I think that there are a lot of people who admire you and wish that they could get back into your good graces, but don't know how. You know, with this Queen of Wands and King of Wands, you have such strong inner energy and boundaries and passion. You don't really need anyone, especially people who maybe put you in this energy. And there may be people in your life who feel like all they can do is admire. Very interesting energy. We're going to grab one more card to crown the reading just so I can give you one final message, pile 3. And I also think it's very interesting that you picked the black tourmaline, and I think this really resonates with what you got. I would just say continue to protect yourself, continue to focus on your goals. A lot of people see how successful you're going to be. They see the abundance that's in store for you, the happiness in store for you. You know, and really just be discerning about the people in your life, because there may be people who, you know, want a piece of it, but make sure that they deserve it. So let's get one more card to crown the reading for our pile 3. One more card. Beautiful. Thank you. Absolutely, the Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, this is the beginning of a new cycle for you. Oh my gosh, look at that. Ace of Pentacles on the top, Page of Cups on the bottom. So you may be receiving apologies from people who admire you too. So keep in mind that. And then the Devil again with the High Priestess. Yeah. So there's a lot of abundance coming for you. There's a lot of divine gifts coming for you. You have a lot of good karma, and you've processed a lot of karma through these situations. There's a new cycle approaching, and people know that this is the energy that you're going to be in. Letting go of past hurts, moving forward, surrounding yourself with happiness and positivity, and getting everything you want. And of course, lots of abundance, which we always love. So yeah, know that the universe is on your side, and people know that as well too. So continue with this journey, with this process. It seems like you're moving out of some more difficult energies and moving into some really beautiful energies, and people know it and see it. And people are very attracted to it. So you decide kind of who you want in your life, whose admiration you think deserves to kind of earn them a spot in your life. But you are very admired and very desired as well too, pile 3. All right, thank you so much for sitting with me today and listening to this reading. Really beautiful, really interesting energy, and a lot of good things coming your way. Feel free to check out the other messages if you'd like, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.